When a younger man becomes emotionally drawn to an older woman, the signs are often present, yet many women overlook them. Feelings do not always follow society's expectations, and his words can quietly reveal emotions that run much deeper than they first appear. The 11 expressions we will explore are not obvious love confessions, but subtle everyday phrases that offer small glimpses into what he truly feels. Stay until the end, because these simple words often reveal more than direct declarations ever could. Many younger men who develop feelings for older women experience an inner conflict. Everything they believed about attraction, masculinity, and who they were expected to love suddenly feels uncertain. As they navigate these unfamiliar emotions, their words and behavior may seem cautious rather than obvious. If you want the real truth about younger men falling for older women, hit like so this reaches more people. You may find yourself questioning every compliment, conversation, message, and shared laugh, wondering whether they reflect genuine feelings or simple friendliness. Research in evolutionary psychology suggests that when younger men develop real emotional attachment to older women, the way they communicate often changes. They become more emotionally open, more comfortable expressing vulnerability, and increasingly focused on building genuine emotional closeness instead of only physical attraction. This emotional shift happens naturally as a younger man forms a bond that challenges what he believed about romance and attraction. Because society often judges relationships with older women and younger men more harshly, many hesitate to express their feelings openly. Instead, their emotions appear through carefully chosen words, gentle questions, and conversations that quietly reveal their heart while protecting their vulnerability. That is why many older women feel they are constantly trying to read between the lines. You may notice the warmth in his voice, the way his face lights up around you, or the closeness that keeps growing, and wonder if it is real or simply your imagination. But when a younger man's heart truly belongs to an older woman, his feelings become difficult to hide. The way he speaks stays close, and mentions you naturally becomes different from how he treats everyone else, often carrying more emotion and meaning than even he realizes. Recognizing these subtle verbal signs helps you stop second-guessing every conversation and wondering whether his interest is genuine. Instead of relying on hope alone, you can understand the connection through the patterns in his words and actions, allowing you to make wiser decisions about your own feelings. Type yes if you want me to reveal all 11 phrases that show his heart truly belongs to you. Research on relationships found that many men between 25 and 35 have experienced strong emotional attraction toward older women, yet most never express those feelings openly. Many hold back because they fear rejection, being seen as immature, not being taken seriously, or being judged by others. Instead of direct confessions, they reveal their emotions through ordinary conversations filled with deeper meaning. If you notice the moments when his guard drops, you can often see what he is feeling before he ever says it. As a younger man's feelings grow, his words naturally begin revealing what his heart is trying to hide. These expressions are usually quiet and unplanned rather than dramatic romantic lines. They appear when he is simply being himself, making them more genuine and meaningful. One of the strongest signs is when he tells you, "You make everything make sense." For a younger man, this phrase goes far beyond admiration. It means your presence brings calm to his confusion and helps him make sense of his thoughts, direction, and emotions. He is quietly admitting that you are more than enjoyable company. You have become someone who gives him stability and understanding in ways he never expected. Often he says it with a softer voice or a nervous laugh because he realizes he has revealed more than he intended. Comment age gap. If you've ever felt this kind of unexpected connection, that brief moment of honesty reveals something important. When a younger man says you make everything make sense, he is not only praising your wisdom, but admitting that your presence brings him clarity, balance, and a better understanding of himself. He may also say things like, "I never thought about it that way until you said it. You help me see myself more clearly," or "Things feel simpler whenever we talk." These words show that your presence has become a source of emotional stability rather than just enjoyable conversation. Research has found that many younger men who care deeply for older women describe a unique sense of emotional steadiness they rarely experience elsewhere. When he says this, he is quietly telling you that you have become someone he depends on emotionally, and that kind of support is not easily forgotten. Another powerful expression is, "I've never told anyone this before." When a younger man begins sharing personal fears, hopes, family struggles, or deeply private memories, it is a strong sign that he feels safe with you, because many younger men naturally protect their inner world while they are still discovering themselves. Opening up in this way reflects a level of trust that is difficult to give. The word never is what makes this so meaningful. It means you are the first person he has trusted with that part of himself. In relationships between younger men and older women, this often shows he is moving beyond the belief that he must always appear strong and handle everything alone. Your presence has given him permission to be emotionally open in ways he may never have experienced before. Comment, understand, if an older woman has ever made everything make sense for you. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that when men feel emotionally safe enough to share their hidden thoughts and experiences, they often develop much stronger emotional bonds. That is why the next revealing phrase, "You are different from everyone else," carries far more meaning than it first appears. For a younger man, it reflects the realization that you have changed the way he thinks about love, attraction, and emotional connection. Your maturity, steadiness, and life experience offer something that feels new, genuine, and deeply meaningful. When he says you are different, he is not giving a casual compliment. He may explain that you truly listen, avoid playing games, or know yourself well. These details reveal what was missing from his previous relationships and what he has found with you instead. Research on age gap relationships has found that many younger men describe older women as helping them experience greater emotional understanding and a deeper sense of closeness. Another powerful expression is, "I can't stop thinking about you." In this situation, those words usually reflect more than attraction alone. They reveal that your presence has made a lasting emotional impression and changed something meaningful inside him. His thoughts keep returning to you because the connection has become part of his emotional world rather than just a passing interest. Share this video so other women don't miss these hidden emotional signs. Younger men in their 20s and early 30s often focus heavily on building careers, finding their social place, and growing independent. For someone to occupy his thoughts and feelings so much that he cannot push the ideas away shows a real change in what he values and where he puts his attention. This expression tends to appear when he tries to explain why he seems distracted lately, why he contacts you more often, or why he acts differently near you. What he truly means is that you stay present in his thoughts and feelings all the time. Ideas about you break into his usual daily tasks and normal concentration. The inner meaning goes deep. When someone takes up lasting space in the mind, it shows they have moved from an outside connection to part of the inner emotional world. You are not simply a person he spends time with. You have become someone he carries in his mind and heart through each day. According to studies on attachment, this kind of lasting thought often signals the start of a strong emotional tie that goes past simple interest or short excitement. When he cannot stop thinking about you, his emotional side has marked you as important, valuable, and deserving of continued mental focus and care. The fifth expression that shows his attachment is you understand me in a way no one else does. This goes past simple knowledge of facts. It concerns emotional seeing, about feeling noticed and welcomed at a basic level he may not have known earlier. For younger men still shaping their identity and sense of value, finding someone who really gets them on emotional and mental levels brings big change. Most earlier connections were probably more on the surface, centered on common activities, physical pull, or social fit, instead of true emotional knowing. When he says you understand him in a special way, he admits you look beyond his outside show to something more real and true. You see his possibilities, his challenges, his hopes, and his worries in ways that make him feel fully known. This type of seeing feels powerful and builds very strong emotional ties. This expression often follows times when you gave him helpful views on his actions, confirmed his emotions, or assisted him in working through difficult feelings. He notices that you do not just hear his words, but grasp the emotions and reasons behind them. This level of emotional matching creates closeness that reaches well beyond physical interest. Dr. Lisa Chen's work on emotional closeness found that men who feel truly understood by partners report stronger relationship happiness and emotional ties than those connected mostly through physical or thinking levels. When he tells you that you understand him like no one else, he reveals the deep emotional closeness he experiences with you. Type different. If you've heard him say you're different from everyone else, the sixth revealing expression is, I want to be better because of you. This comment holds special meaning since it shows you have encouraged natural personal development and self-improvement that feels real and driven by care instead of force or duty. Younger men often live in life stages where they continue growing in work, personal areas, and emotions. For someone to spark them toward good changes and growth means a deep effect. When he says you make him want to improve, he admits your company has raised his own expectations for himself and his future. This does not come from you demanding changes or highlighting his weak points. It comes from your own example, your spirit, and your approach to life that motivates him to aim higher in his own path. Perhaps your dedication to work pushes him in his job. Perhaps your emotional smartness helps him build stronger talking skills. Perhaps your self-belief inspires him to strengthen his own value. Studies in personality and social psychology show that people inspired to grow by their romantic partners feel much higher life happiness and stronger relationship dedication. When he wants to be better because of you, it means you have turned into a helpful changing power in his life. This expression often includes clear examples of shifts he makes or aims he follows because of your effect. He might mention reading more books, speaking more openly, caring better for his health, or chasing dreams he once set aside. Each one shows how your presence has improved his way of living. The seventh expression reveals much. He says, I have never felt this mature before. This may sound unusual to notice, but for a younger man with an older woman, the feeling of emotional and mental growth can feel strong and clear. What he recognizes is that your company, your method of dealing with things, your emotional smartness, and your life knowledge lift his own level of maturity. Comment can't stop if a younger man ever told you he can't stop thinking about you. He finds himself answering situations with more wisdom, patience, and control over feelings than he knew before. You do not instruct him to act more grown up. Your spirit brings out mature sides of him that may not have developed fully yet. This discovery often surprises him. He sees that he manages disagreements in new ways, makes more careful choices, or faces problems with methods he did not know he had. Your influence helps him reach more mature parts of himself. And this recognition builds a strong link between you and his own development. Dr. Robert Sternberg's studies on relationship patterns found that partners who raise each other's emotional and mental abilities create what he calls growth-focused attachment, which lasts longer and feels more satisfying than links based only on fit or attraction. When he tells you he feels more mature because of you, he admits you have opened sides of himself he values and wants to keep building. This gives him strong reason to keep and strengthen the connection with you. The eighth expression that shows his heart is you make me feel like I can tell you anything. This comment points to a level of emotional safety and welcome that many younger men have seldom found in romantic links. Most early romantic connections include some acting, managing impressions, or careful editing of feelings. People often hide doubts, fears, or setbacks to keep interest or prevent criticism. When a younger man tells an older woman he feels free to tell her anything, he describes a relationship style that feels fresh and important to him. This deep sense of acceptance often grows because older women tend to offer greater emotional steadiness, less judgment, and a deeper understanding of relationships. They stay calm through mistakes, accept vulnerability, and do not expect perfection. That creates a safe space where a younger man can share emotions he may have hidden for years. If this is hitting close to home, comment mature below. When he opens up about something that made him nervous and is met with understanding instead of criticism, trust and emotional closeness grow even stronger. Research from relationship experts at the Gottman Institute shows that emotional safety and honest communication greatly increase the chances of lasting relationships. When he says, "I can tell you anything," it reflects the emotional foundation needed for genuine love. Another revealing expression is, "I never want this to end." For many younger men, relationships with older women may begin without expectations of anything serious, but real emotional connection often changes that completely. When he says he never wants the moment or relationship to end, he is admitting that what began as curiosity has become something deeply meaningful. He realizes that the connection you share feels richer and more fulfilling than what he once believed he should want. Research on love and attachment suggests that unexpected relationships can sometimes create even stronger emotional bonds than those that follow society's usual expectations. When he tells you he never wants this to end, he works through the idea that he found something special and important he does not wish to lose. The 10th expression feels very strong. He says, "You have changed how I see everything." This comment shows that your relationship has become a changing power in his view of the world, affecting not only his thoughts on love and connections, but his general approach to life. Type better if you want to know how you can inspire him to become a better man. Younger men are often still shaping their views about work, family, success, and happiness. When an older woman becomes emotionally important, her influence extends beyond romance and begins shaping how he makes decisions and sees his future. He may say, "You have changed how he sees everything because your conversations helped him rethink career choices, family relationships, or personal goals." Research suggests that people who feel a romantic partner has positively changed their outlook often report stronger commitment and greater satisfaction in life. The final and most revealing expression is, "I love who I am when I'm with you." This brings together everything that creates a deep relationship: emotional safety, personal growth, trust, and the feeling of being fully accepted. When a younger man says this, he is expressing that your presence naturally brings out the best version of himself. He may notice that he feels more confident, thoughtful, emotionally open, genuine, or happier when he is with you. Comment safety if he's ever said he can tell you anything. When someone loves the person they become in your presence, they naturally want to protect and continue that relationship. Research consistently shows that relationships encouraging personal growth are linked to greater happiness, stronger commitment, and lasting success. His words reveal that your connection supports not only love, but also the person he wants to become. So let us bring everything together now. These 11 expressions show the emotional path of a younger man whose heart has grown closely attached to an older woman. You make everything make sense. I have never told anyone this before. You are different from everyone else. I cannot stop thinking about you. You understand me in a way no one else does. Share this if you believe real love ignores age differences. I want to be better because of you. I have never felt this mature before. You make me feel like I can tell you anything. I never want this to end. You have changed how I see everything. And I love who I am when I am with you. Each of these expressions stands for a different part of deep emotional attachment. They show safety, growth, understanding, change, and the kind of love that transforms someone from deep inside. They are not light comments or short excitement. They form the language of a heart that discovered something uncommon and full of meaning. What gives these words such power is not only what they say, but what they mean about the relationship you built together. If any of these phrases shocked you, comment heart below. They show you became more than a romantic interest. You became a changing presence in his life, someone who helps him feel more like his true self while also encouraging him to grow into who he can be. If you have heard any of these expressions, do not treat them as simple talk or passing interest. Listen with care because they reveal truths about emotional attachment that reach much deeper than basic attraction. They show you a heart that found something it does not want to lose. These words appear not when he tries to impress you, but when he honestly shares the inner changes your presence created in his life. And that honesty, that openness, that readiness to show the depth of his emotional change tells you everything needed about where his heart truly rests. Remember that love does not always follow usual times or social rules, but it always leaves a path of real emotional sharing for those who learn to recognize it. Like this video, comment which of the 11 phrases surprised you most and subscribe for more insights on age gap connections and emotional signs.